Après avoir été sélectionné en 10e ronde par les Castors de Sherbrooke en 1980, Gérard Galland a connu une saison recrue absolument extraordinaire. 101 points, dont 41 buts en 68 parties, son année recrue. Déjà, ce jeune homme natif des Provinces-Maritimes montrait de grandes qualités, dont son leadership. Il était un joueur d'équipe hors pair. En 3 saisons dans la LHJMQ, de 80 à 83, l'attaquant de 5 pieds 11 pouces a cumulé 321 points et a su se faire respecter et protéger ses coéquipiers, comme en témoignent ses 706 minutes de punition. He never backed down from a challenge.
Now, in the playoffs, his 90 career points earned him 5th place all-time in the Q, behind Jacques Loca Jr., Mario Lemieux, Jacques Richard, and Claude Verret. Now, Turk is the only member in the QMJHL history to win the President Cup 4 times in his combined roles as a player, twice, and twice as a head coach. As a hockey player with Sherbrooke in 1982 and then 1983 with Verdun, Gallant would taste the joy of the championship series. During the 83 playoffs, he and teammate Pat LaFontaine led the league, collecting 33 and 35 points respectively. Gallant scored 14 goals in 15 games, which is quite an accomplishment because he spent 86 minutes in the penalty box. Now, he still holds several Q records, including the 3 goals scored the fastest by the same player in a playoff game, done in a historic 2 minutes, 4 seconds, March 23, 1983, leading the Verdun Junior to a 6-3 victory over the Trois-Rivières Draveurs. In 2009-10, he made a comeback in the QMJHL, this time as a head coach of the St. John Sea Dogs. The team won 3 consecutive regular season titles, a first in the history of the league. In addition, his team won the President's Cup in 2011, 2012, and the MasterCard Memorial Cup in 2011. Now, that wasn't a bad team at all. It had Jonathan Huberdeau, Stanislav Galiev, Jacob Dessert, Nathan Beaulieu, Simon Després, but it was all coaching. All coaching. He twice won the Ron LaPointe Trophy, awarded to the Coach of the Year in the Q at the end of the 2009-10 season and the 2010-11 campaign, while also capturing the Brian Kilray CHL Coach of the Year both years.
It is quite the resume. Gerard, a few words from your former coach, Senator Jacques Demers, who wanted us to share these words with you tonight. Dear Gerard, what a pleasure it was to coach you during our shared years in Detroit. I look back in amazement at the incredible impact you've had on the team and on the sport of hockey as a whole. At the time you joined the team, the Red Wings were in big trouble. You brought your exceptional leadership, perseverance, and determination to the table and helped them get back on their feet and earn their place back in the hearts of the fans. As a coach, I worked with a lot of players, and you were certainly one of my most reliable, trustworthy players. I knew that I could always count on you. That's why it didn't surprise me when you transitioned from player to coach. I always knew you had what it takes to inspire and lead a team to victory. You had always done it for yourself and your teammates, and now you're putting that passion to work in Montreal. I'd like to congratulate you for the honors that the QMJHL is giving you today, and I wish you only the best going forward.
As a person, was really a good guy, quiet, and he was not big, but he was playing like a 200-pound left winger. He was really a good guy with the Pat LaFontaine and Jean Marie School. That line was the best line that I coached in junior.
Well, first of all, Turk was a great individual. He, when we got him in Sherbrooke, he became instantly part of the emotion that the hockey team needs to have to perform very well. And there's no doubt that his accomplishment in the world of professional hockey later on proves that when he came to Sherbrooke, he felt secured and he felt at home with us.
Only one thing, when he arrived in Verdun, like I said, he went on the scale, and I thought he was more heavier than I saw on the scale. But like I told you before, he played so hard, and he was really an important factor for us winning the President Cup.
Well, Turk, as we call him, was quite a performer. Like when we have a hockey team and we have young players coming on board, most of the time you have the players that come and they come to play. Turk was totally different. He came to win. every game meant for him performance, that all his skill was put to exposure of the fans of Sherbrooke. I have to say that in the group of the people that played in Sherbrooke, such as Ricky Vive and Jerry Gillis and Claude LaRose, I have to rank Gerard Gallant, Turk, as one of the best performers for the fans.
As a coach, Gerard has been a great coach, I think, personally for me and for I think the whole team. He had I think, 3 great here in St. John. I think we all know that we had like 50 plus win every year, and he was a big part of that. He helped all the guys, and I think he was included all the young guys too together. So I think we were all playing as a team. I think personally, it was helped me a lot. I think to get to where I am right now. I think the NHL. He was just telling me that to keep having fun. I think to like all the little things to do it like at the perfection. I think you're never good. You always have to learn more, and that's what he was telling me every day. So I think he helped me a lot.
Jerry, congratulations for this honor, and keep the good work, and we'll see you back as a head coach in the NHL. Best regards.
Hey, Gerard Gallant, just wanted to congratulate you by being inducted in the QMJHL Hockey Hall of Fame. I think you deserve it, and I'm very proud of you.
Doug, I'd like to congratulate you for your induction to the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League Hall of Fame. I also appreciate very much your personal call to me and Francine on your invitation. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there. But again, I would like to wish you all the best, to you and Michel, and to Jean-Jacques, Daniel, and to Stéphane, and of course to yourself, to win the Stanley Cup with the Montreal Canadiens. Have a good one.
That really is a great quote. Players came to play, but he came to win, and he flew all the way from Florida to be here tonight.
Please welcome our newest member of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League Hall of Fame, the pride of PEI, Gerard Turk Gallant.
Falsey, could you come over here and hold some of my sheets? Well, I'm out of my comfort zone here, as most of you people that know me, so I'm not a great speaker, but I wrote a few notes down and a few thank yous, and the first thing I learned tonight was bonsoir tout le monde.
Ah, right.
Thanks to the other inductees tonight, that helped me a lot. And that's probably Pierre Leduc's fault, because 5 years ago when I joined the Q, Gilles Corteau told Pierre to come down there and make sure Gerard spoke French by the time he left, and Pierre didn't do that well a job, so whoever Pierre is. But anyway, I'd just like to start off. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the other 3 members elected to the Hall of Fame tonight, Patrice, Jean-Luc Freneuf, and Norm Case. It's a great honor to go in with you guys tonight, and good luck to you guys. Secondly, I'd also like to congratulate all the award winners tonight in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League and the nominees. It's a great honor. Obviously, you had a great season, and good luck to you. And I seen my good friend Eric Veilleux get the Coach of the Year award tonight. So I'd like to congratulate Eric and just make sure that Eric, I had a $40,000 bonus for that in St. John's, so I'm sure Baie-Comeau won't be too happy. Also, I'd like to thank the selection committee for selecting me to the Hall of Fame tonight. It's a great honor. It's something that, like I said, I'd sooner be here seeing somebody else do this tonight, but it's definitely a great honor, and I'm very proud of it. Thank you very much. And to the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, Gilles Corteau and all his staff, they've been very good to me over the 3 years in St. John. It was great work with them. Francine did most of the job. Every time we phoned on a Monday morning, Francine would answer, and she'd answer all our questions and this important dates coming up. And then on Tuesday morning, I'd usually get a call from Raymond Bolduc and Pierre Leduc, and they would always say, well, Gerard, you were fined $500 for this, or Huberto suspended 2 games for this. And so it wasn't always much fun to listen to those calls on Tuesday. but lots of fun. They're good people and they work hard, and I really enjoyed my 3 years with them. I'd like to introduce a few special guests from my table. The mayor of Summerside, Prince Edward Island, Basil Stewart. He's just not coming here. He's coming here as a friend. He's a great supporter of hockey and great supporter of my career over the 30 years. I've known him for a long time, and I'd like to thank him for coming up from PEI today. I'd also like to thank our great owner in St. John, Scott McCain. Scott's been very supportive. The day I got hired in St. John, he wasn't there because he doesn't like to do the interview. So Wayne Long and Mike McGraw did the interviews that day. And when I got hired, Scott called, and he was very very happy. And he's a great man and a great owner. And anything we needed in St. John, we got it from Scott. But the biggest thing he always talked about was respect for the franchise, make sure the kids have fun, and I came to the rink every day and had fun in St. John. It wasn't a job to me. It was a lot of having fun, make sure the kids got better, and make sure they behave. But the biggest word he always said was respect, and I believe in that 100%. So thanks a lot, Scott, for everything. My daughter Melissa's here tonight. She came from Springfield, so thanks for coming, Melissa. My son Jason couldn't come tonight because he's in his last year at UPEI. He's a great kid. He's a lot like his mother actually, but he's doing his exams in University of PEI. And I told him, I said, well, you don't have to come. Just make up for the years that I missed in school. So he's doing pretty well. And last of all, my wife Pam. She's been with me, and I'll talk about it a little bit later on when I talk about the Sherbrooke franchise. But me and Pam dated since we were 16, and she's been a great hockey wife all along. She loves hockey. She loves the game of hockey as much as I do. She thinks she knows it as much as I do too at some times. And I tried to straighten her out one night in Detroit when I lost a fight one night, and she said, I think you lost that fight. And I said, say anything else, but don't say I lost a fight. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. And we'll go back to our time in St. John with the Sea Dogs. There's some very important people there, and I'm getting honored tonight, but I know it's all about a group, and it's all about a team, and it's all about a good partnership there. And Mike Kelly and Norm Gosling, they were very important people with us. Me and Mike came in at the same time, and we worked together for 3 years, and it was a little different situation. Mike was a GM and I was the coach, but it was sort of like we were both co-jobs in each of it. And Norm Gosling was, we didn't know what kind of team we had coming in that first year. And Norm was there, left over from the year before. And Norm always said, that when the three of us got on the phone, we talked about everything. We wanted to keep our own kids. We wanted to draft as many kids as possible and keep our own kids and not make trades. And that was a big part of our philosophy. And if it wasn't for Norm Gosling, showing me and Mike Kelly the way in the league at that time, it was, he really made a big difference. And he's a real close friend. He's battling an illness right now, and I would have loved to have him been here tonight, but he couldn't make it. But we all love Norm. He's a great person. And I'd just like to thank the trainers, the office staff, the players. I mean, obviously, everybody put in a big effort in St. John. And like I said, I go around the NHL now. I'm fortunate to coach with the Montreal Canadiens and see, the other night I seen Jonathan Huberto, I see Thomas Yurko, I see a lot of great players there. So I think there's 6 or 7 of our kids, or at least 6 or 7 of our kids that are playing in the National Hockey League today, and it's a great thing. I mean, you don't see that with a lot of junior teams, and it makes you proud, and it makes you, pretty excited to see those kids and doing well. And then I look at myself and I go home and say, well, maybe you're not that good a coach. Those kids were real good hockey players, and we're going to see a lot of them. But no, it's really good to see those kids. What else? Scott McCain and the ownership group, they were excellent. They treated us real good. Wayne Long, he was the president. Anything we asked, we got pretty much. I mean, Scott was, like I said, Scott was excellent. But Wayne Long, Mike McGraw, all the ownership group, they just couldn't do enough for us in St. John. And go back to the Sherbrooke days. It's funny, last night after the game we lost in Tampa Bay, and myself and Pierre Gervais, he's a trainer with the Montreal Canadiens. He's been there for 26 years. And when I went to Sherbrooke, he started his first year in Sherbrooke as a trainer in Sherbrooke. So it's funny how it comes around. But we sat there last night, and the individual you seen talking about me, George Gilbo, he was a big part of my life at 16 years old. I left PEI at 16, and the first 4 months I was in Sherbrooke, I think I quit 4 times because I was lonesome for my girlfriend. I was lonesome for home. I'm from a big family of 10, and there wasn't a lot of Maritime players in the league back then, so it was pretty tough. And George kept saying, Turk, by Christmas time, you'll be real happy. And Christmas time felt like 2 years, but he was right. You took his advice, and, and he was definitely right. But, he did everything for me at that time. I think he bought my first 2 suits I owned. He was really good to me. He flew my girlfriend and my parents up a few times, so I owe a lot to George Gilbo. And like I said, he's a real good man, and I wish he could have been here tonight. And I hope I didn't forget anything, so merci beaucoup, bonne soirée.
Turk,
Pretty good
cracking
speech
the
for a guy
jokes,
who
yeah.
can't speak, huh?
Exactly, yeah. Cracking the jokes and packing the punches.
Yeah.